everyone, it's your girl Shay here, and I'm back with a whole new video. And I apologize for the week-long hiatus of me not posting any videos. I actually got quite sick with a cold, which I'm still a little bit sick with, but a lot better than I was before. And also, if you hear any bangs, booms, or bumps, that's because there's some work going on in my house, and they're like up in my attic. So if you hear that, I definitely apologize. But for this week's video, I'm actually going to be doing a review on a new manga series that I actually picked up that I talked about before. Remember last week I did a review on the first volume of Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight? Well, this week I'm doing a review on the first volume of a new manga I picked up called Love and Lies. And I'll be honest, I actually really enjoyed this manga compared to Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight. I think it was mostly because this manga had a little bit more, maybe a little bit more mature than Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight, and maybe it was because of the subject matter involved in this manga and also the plot mostly. Now, the plot is about a young boy by the name of Yukari Nojima, whom is 16 years old, and at this point in Japan, when you turn 16 years old, you receive a letter from the government letting you know whom your partner is or whom it is that you are going to marry. Yukari Nojima also has a crush on a girl in his class by the name of Misaki Takanashi, whom he's liked since they were in the 5th grade. So he decides before he gets his letter that it might be best for him to basically confess his feelings for his friend. He does end up doing that, but also at that point he also ends up receiving his letter right before his birthday saying whom his actual partner it is that he is supposed to marry, which is another young lady by the name of Lilina Sonata. Along the way, you also meet a couple of his friends as well. But basically, from what I've gathered from the huge premise in the first volume, it's mostly about the fact of how can Yukari Nojima handle his feelings for the young lady Misaki Takasaki. I'm sorry, I said her name wrong at the beginning of the video. And how can he handle the fact that he now has a young lady that he's now in an arranged marriage with, whom is Lilina Sonata. Now, there is also one other character that you don't know too much about. You just know he's the most popular boy in school, but his name is Misaka. And for some reason, I feel like there's something going on between Misaka and Masaki, but I don't feel like we're going to find out until the later volumes of this series. Now, like I said before, compared to Kiss Me at the Stroke of Midnight, this series is a lot more mature. For example, you have, when it comes to kissing scenes within this manga, they are a little bit more detailed visually than you would think when you watch or read most shoujo mangas. This manga is for 16 and over, so there you go. That pretty much tells you a lot as far as the subject matter involved within this series. Not only that, but because of the fact it does deal with the government being involved and where the individuals are not allowed to choose whom it is that they like, of course this sets you up for the premise of a lot of drama involved in this manga. I believe there are more volumes of this manga, so I'm definitely going to buy more of them because I definitely want to know what happens. Mostly because of the fact that I feel like so many people are intricately involved. Not only that, but when you have the character of Lilina Sonata, which, like I said before, is Yukari's actual arranged marriage partner, she's kind of a strange character. She doesn't attend his school, she attends a whole nother school, but she is so obsessed with romance and she's obsessed with falling in love. So when Yukari tells her about Misaki, the girl that he likes and the girl whom he's kissed, she is entranced by this and she wants to know more. But you also kind of get the feeling that she probably does have feelings for Yukari, but she doesn't know how to address them, mostly because of the fact that this was kind of basically an arranged marriage and he already has feelings for somebody else. In some ways, it kind of reminds me of the anime Scum's Wish with how intricately involved all these characters are when it comes to their love lives and trying to handle dating all at the age of 16. Not only that, but I feel like there's a lot of drama involved, or I feel like it's a situation that probably a lot of us may have been in at one point. Not saying we were ever in an arranged marriage, but we may have had feelings for somebody else, and maybe this person decided to date us even though they had feelings for somebody else. Who knows what the situation is? All I know is I, for one, was just like, I can relate to this in some ways, But in other ways, I'm just like, this is just a whole bunch of drama, and I can't wait to see what happens next. So if you haven't already, definitely pick up the first volume of Love and Lies, which is actually by Musawa, which is whom it's by. That was the only, name that's actually on this front page or the cover of the manga. I picked this up at my local Barnes & Noble. I actually didn't find it in the manga section. I actually was in the young adult section, which is where I usually go to find different books. And it was actually sitting there, and I just decided to pick it up right at the back of it, and was immediately intrigued by what was going to happen. And when I went to go find if there was a second volume, I couldn't find a second one. So yeah, here I go with checking out the first one. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. Definitely it's on Barnes & Noble. I believe there's more volumes of this. I don't know how many there are. I don't know if it's still continuing, but check it out. Alright, you guys, that is the end of my review for Love and Lies, the first volume. I hope you guys check it out. Like I said before, like I said, I'm going to try and find the second volume so I can continue reading this manga. If you've read this manga already, let me know what you thought of it. Please don't leave any spoilers. If you have read it, don't let me know anything, because I don't want to spoil it for anybody else, and I don't want to be spoiled either. And I'll be back with you guys with a whole nother video soon. Like always, I'll leave links down below to all my social media accounts, my Instagram, my Twitter, and my blog as well, and I'll start posting on there a lot more also. And I'll have a new video out for you guys on Monday. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Alright, you guys. Bye.